jump into the rest of the sports world. Philly played last night, took on the Minnesota Vikings on Thursday Night Football. Wasn't impressive. Had some impressive moments. Another teams want to run the football. Body blows that they gave the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings didn't help themselves. Turned the ball over a lot. You turn the ball over one time in the game, and there's a 25% chance you'll lose the game. You turn the ball over 2 times in the game, there's a 60% chance that you're going to lose the game. You turn the ball over 3 times in a game, there's almost like an 89% chance that you're going to lose the football game. And so on and so on and so forth. In Minnesota, they gave it up back-to-back possessions. They drove down the field, and their all-world receiver makes a great catch and is turning to put the ball across the end zone, fumbles it out of the back of the end zone, touchback, turnover. Many people will say, oh, it's a bad call, whatever. It's the call. It's the call. That's the way it works. That's just the way it works. But Philly found their footing and began to put the beat down on them. They just said we're going to the run game. And Swift, starting in his first game for Philadelphia, 175 yards rushing. They gave it to him. And a lot of these teams, and I'm going to include Philly in this as well. My good friend Nate Newton talks about the first 4 games now being the preseason for a lot of teams. Because the way that the normal preseason works, a lot of guys aren't playing in those games. They took a game away in the new CBA agreement. There used to be a time where guys actually played in the 3rd preseason game as kind of the warm-up to the season. You had your joint practice. So you had moments in the time when you were getting live reps to kind of get that rust off. Because even in practice, quarterbacks, you can't get touched. A lot of your throws are complete because even if you're sacked, you're still moving around. No one's taking you to the ground. You can throw the ball down the field. But it differs in the game. Even when you throw an interception, you can run a play again and again and again until you get it right. So it's not the same speed, and you miss some of the stuff that you really need to work on, the timing of things in real games. And a lot of players, a lot of teams are saying, you know what, my starters, especially my quarterbacks, and some teams are different. Andy Reid said, I'm playing Patrick Mahomes. And some teams don't at all. And then they get into the regular season, and now you have to take guys who've been playing in the preseason and then mix them with guys who have not been playing in the preseason and now have all this stuff work together for the greater good of the team. And sometimes it's sloppy. And mostly it's on offense because defense, they're trying to go hard all the time. And the complexity of defense isn't the same as far as timing. Like if I'm in a cover 2 defense, I'm in a cover 2 defense. There's no timing in that. That's just, I'm in cover 2. My linebackers got hooked to flat. My got hook. My cornerbacks got flats. My safety got over time. Everybody's the same thing. You've been doing this in Little League. But offense, you got to have guys meshing routes and running routes, and timing has to be there from the center, and blocks have to connect with all that stuff have to be in unison. Then you miss it times when guys are practicing, some not practicing. Guys are missing days because of vet days, and you don't have the chance to have all the timing together that you need in a real life game situation. So, I thought it was sloppy at first, but they figured it out. A.J. Brown was a little bit upset on the sideline. Little pissed, a little teed off. They ran the ball a lot last night against the Thursday Night Football. AJ's like, man, listen, I'm all for the good of the team. Devontae Smith is eating. I'm not out here trying to block all day. I'm not. I got 7 targets. I got 4 catches at the end of the game. I want some of that action too. The one big play that they got called back because of a penalty. So sometimes the diva in us as receivers, it comes out. We could be a little diva-ish. We want the rock. We want to be a part of the party too. So have me out here blocking all day. And that's the case. Find somebody else. Receivers don't want to be out. Not number ones. I don't have a choice. They tell me to go block. I go block. A.J. Brown got a choice. He's the number one. He wants some of that action too. Primetime game. He wanted to eat too. I think Jalen Hurts finished like 193 yards passing in that game. Majority of those going into Devontae Smith. But they'll find some. You can always tell after they have that argument on the sideline, they Jalen's trying to tell him to calm down, and AJ's not really hearing it right now. And you could almost bet your bottom dollar to it. As soon as they came out in that next drive, first play, he throws it to AJ Brown. Like he's like, all right, I got you, dog. I got you. And to AJ's defense, sometimes you have to just give the dog a bone every now and again. Playing with Tony Romo, he understood. That's one of the great things about Tony. Tony had this feel for the game, and I credit it to his basketball background, being a point guard. You have to just know, hey, listen, my big man is playing really well down here on defense. Like, he's got all the rebounds, blocked a couple shots. I got beat off the dribble. He had my back. Let me throw one into the big fella. Like, you earned this one, big fella. Do whatever you want. You will sky hook, fade away, travel if you feel like it, but this is all you. Or if I have a shooter and he ain't gotten to the rhythm of the game, and I know that I'm going to need him to be in the rhythm of the game, then I got to find a way to get him the rock in his spot. He likes a right wing, cool, I'm going to drive, kick, boom, shoot it. And Tony was really good at that. We'd be in the game, he'd be like, you know what? It's 2 possessions, we didn't have the ball. Dez ain't going to touch yet. And Dez is kind of like, he's pacing, he's like hyped up. And Tony would just blow a play off and call a smoke screen. And it was basically just hut, catch the ball, and throw it right to Dez. And that's all Dez needed every night. He needed to touch the ball. He needed to touch it every once in a while. I got to get in the game now. I'm out here, but I ain't getting the ball. I gotta be in the mix of this thing. I can't just be out here. As AJ feels. Listen, I'm a whole game. I got 4 catches in 4 quarters? No. I got to get into this thing. If y'all want me to be good, if you want me to block good, throw me a couple. Let me get in the field too. I'm seeing Devontae go off. Let me get into this mix too. That's a smart quarterback.